Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another direction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 36 and you know what to do. As always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, first things first, as you may have realized, I'm a little bit, I don't know, sickened today. Not really sure what it is, but I will get through this. So the episode was pretty cool. I mean, in many ways, like expected, right? I couldn't, in advance in the last episode figure out what would go down exactly, but I had some guesses, and I mean, possibly every one of you had as well. That this is a pretty one-sided fight, if Hisoka is really into it. And he was. I mean, he kind of gave some openings to Gon on purpose, which was weird. And once again, he behaved a lot like a teacher, but he has his very own set of ideas and rules and reasons for what he does. So he really wants Gon just to grow more, so that when he's a ripe fruit, he can destroy him then, which he is looking forward to in a very weird, creepy kind of way. So let's see. We learned that critical hits are worth 2 points, which is cool, and a knockdown 1 more. So the ref we had this time was going for a rather fast fight. And we have, I don't know, a strange unknown guy who commented stuff there as well. I don't know why he is there. So I guess maybe, just maybe, we will see him in the future. But last time we had the hit that Hisoka took. So he this time accepted the plate with the number 44 as was promised. So he was kind of a fair sportsman there. Although no one else knew about that. They were all kind of weirded out. But after that, well, that's a completely different story. So we learned a little bit from his point of view about Nen users. Although, this is Hisoka. So everything he says, you really have to be aware of. It could be a lie. Everything. So, what he, however, explained, and I think it is pretty fitting, it's a cool thing, is in his opinion, enhancers are simple and earnest, so like Gon. Transmuters are fickle and dishonored, so like himself, like Hisoka. Emitters have a short temper, and I instantly thought about Leorio there. So I'm looking forward to see when he masters Nen, if he will be one. That would be very interesting, very fitting. Specialists are independent, conjurers are high-strung, and manipulators are argumentative. So I'm not sure about Kurapika. I guess maybe, just maybe, he's a specialist, but he's very, in his behavior, very secluded, very silent, so I really can't say for sure yet. But we will learn, I guess. So there was an interesting information and opening up, although he used that to instead, attach the bungee gum. I wrote it down, elastic glove. Onto Gon's face. So about that. This elastic glove. I kind of question if you shouldn't be able to cut it. I mean, removing it, sure, is something only Hisoka can. That makes sense. I mean, it is his aura. But shouldn't you be able to, like, cut through it? It still is just like a string. So, and it is not all of his aura, it is just a small part of it. He's not using like half of his aura for that. That makes no sense. So it shouldn't be too strong. It will have quite a good sturdiness and everything. But if you could, I don't know, like create your Nen into a blade or something like that, you should be able to cut it. Or as example for those cards he hardened in the past. If you could do something like that, that you infuse something with your Nen, that thing, if it is a blade, if it is a card, whatever, should be able to cut that string as well, I think. Just saying. So I kind of wait for that. And I was a bit surprised there was no trying of that, but on the other hand, we are still in the beginning. As many of you pointed out, the usage of Nen over this whole series is growing and growing, so possibly we will learn more about it. And thus Gon now has had his own first encounter with rubbery love, although he has seen it before. In the fight we had with, forgot his name, because he's dead. I guess for the next fight, Gon will be ready and will have an answer to that, very, very likely. So that is one thing. I kind of hoped or expected Gon to have a parry for that, to have an answer for that rubbery love quite easily, but didn't. However, connected, that is, I mean, in many ways, I like to bring in the word of puppeteers as those who have seen other reactions of mine. I don't know why, I always bring in the puppeteer, I like this concept. And in some ways, Hisoka is exactly that. On the one hand, how he's building up Gon, because he wants to fight him later on, so he's giving him goods, right? But especially in his fighting style with the rubbery band with elastic glove, or bubble gum, bungee gum, whatever, he can manipulate his opponent, so he can throw him around, move him around towards you, away from you. So that is, if once you're attached to those strings, you are done. And just think about, he would have like 2 of those, right? He could, or even worse, he could put one on each of your legs and your hands and just attach them to the ceiling and the floor, and you would be spread eagled there, and that's it. And he just stands in front of you and does like a little bit of boxing exercise, because you cannot move anymore. Just seeing this option. Or he possibly could like strangle you with one of those, I guess. Or there are many, many options. So, and he did not show many of them yet, I think. So I kind of looked forward to Gon having an answer, but it will be in a later time. Attached, he did attach it during his conversation by just doing that with his finger. So, I mean, we have seen that before in the video. So he should be very, very cautious once he starts moving his hands every time. And especially if he's not like doing it very openly. If he's doing it while talking, you know, in this moment, it's already done. Or he can do it while he attacks you, quite easily. But honestly, even if you dodge, as he said, right? The idea of Gon is, so I have to dodge all your attacks, though, so you don't attach it to me. But what if he strikes towards you like that? You dodge to the side, he still shoots it out, so it might very well be that you dodged too late. You dodged his normal attack, but still not the rubber. So I think it is nearly important to do that, and thus it is like a rubbery band. He could even use it like a whip to attach it, so it gets even harder to dodge. I don't think you can really do that. I mean, it's not impossible. If there are some who are really, really agile and flexible and everything, like Gon showed against the spinal taps, right? Sure, you could try that. But you would be completely, and this is a problem, needed to focus on Gyo, on seeing what's happening. And while you activate that, you are very focused on that one specific ability, at least at the moment. So, very likely you don't take as much of hits anymore. You're, due to having to be focused, possibly you're not so good at dodging anymore. In the end, everything. We have seen that you have to really concentrate on activating Gyo. So that gives you weakness in this moment. And on the other hand, Hisoka is just, he just controlled it and it is like a whip, so it's easy for him. It might be a thing of exercise. So I can only hope that if you use Gyo often enough, it gets easier, and hopefully someone in the future you can like activate it permanently during a fight without being weakened too much. Because if that is not possible, then you will never be able to foresee everything Hisoka does. Because he's good enough at hiding and at shadowing what he does. So, I mean, he even could do stuff behind his back, right? With his hands. And you wouldn't realize it. So, I don't think that Gyo is the ultimate answer to that. It is just an option to realize it, but right now it comes with too much of a cost. Yeah, well, then we had the moment where Hisoka kind of enjoyed the beat up of himself, right? So he kind of had won at this moment. Let's be honest, he had won already. He gave another solid punch to Gon. He got enough points, so he just needed 1 or 2 more hits. And we did see that Gon has no answer to the rubber. And in this moment, Hisoka could have just, taken him to him and just punched him once or twice, got the points and moved away. But instead he reflected about how beautiful it will be to destroy Gon later on, and that he has to hold back. Which is very nicely presented by this episode, by Gon having a flurry of blows, and it looks fantastic. And for the outer appearance, for those viewing that are not aware of what's really going on, it looked like Gon is about to change everything. At the same time, however, we do hear the thoughts of Hisoka, and he's just reflecting about that he's not allowed to attack Gon now, not allowed to destroy him now, because he wants to enjoy him later on. And it very, very much felt like he enjoyed the beating. So it is this moment of, oh, I will give that back to you later, and I will enjoy that. So that was creepy, again, and weird. And, I mean, Hisoka is this mix of an incredible cool character, and in a very weird kind of way, a mentor, at least sometimes, for Gon, because he gives him interesting and important informations about Nen, and he spurs him on to learn more, which is a cool thing, which is a necessary thing. But on the other hand, he is incredibly creepy when you think about what his ultimate goal is. There is this boy, and he's so beautiful, and I want to destroy him. That is just weird. So, what a character. No question there. Well, and then we have the hit with the stone at the end. That was kind of, I mean, honestly, I'm still a bit disappointed in Gon about the rubber, but the stone hit was the icing on the cake. Gon was not at his best in this episode. Clearly not. We all know he's capable of more. So when Hisoka tells you, look there, you sure as hell don't look there. It's, even with every other fighter, it's a distraction. You shouldn't do it. You're still in the fight. I think Gon was not really completely aware of that we are in a fight. So he did look there, and the stone came from the other side, crashing in. I was like, I mean, he even told you in his fight, in this fight, that he's fickle and dishonest. He told you. However, so it made perfect sense that this was the ultimate hit. Because, yeah, well, it was on Gon's mistake, right? Otherwise, he would have, I don't know, realized it, right? Like, wait, he wants me to look there, what's going on, right? That, and take a step. I mean, the stone possibly would have hit, right? It's the elastic glove, so you cannot really dodge it. That's a sad thing about it, but he at least would have seen it coming. Or may have blocked. I guess that would have worked. Yeah, whatever. And this is it, and leaves us with this scene here, which I like. It is, I mean, it's a typical posing exit, right? The winner leaves the stage, the loser looks after him, and the winner is even walking into a white door frame, so a light at the end of the tunnel where he's going to, and he, Gon, wants to follow there. So that was very, very plastic, very a bit much maybe, but it fits the situation, I think. And the realization of Gon that there is still a long way to go until he can really compete with Hisoka. And hearing from Hisoka's side, he made it clear they will not fight in this arena. And in his thoughts, he thought about next time in the real world, no rules and to the death. So it's about your life and mine, right? That is, although I would like to see him again, a statement which says, okay, not meet him too soon. And you can see his face here. He is this bad attitude thinking face again. We've seen other stuff from him as well. So, that's that. Now that this fight is done, the boys just leave. And I was a bit surprised about that, but they are true to themselves. They said it. We are here for this reason. We want to make some money. And once they realized that Hisoka is there, they said, okay, Gon wants to have his fight against Hisoka. He still has to prove something, right? They did both. So they're fine. And now they're going back. In this case, back to Whale Island. Which I like. So they will meet Mito-san. And Kilo is coming along, which is cool. I like it. I mean, seeing a family that is possibly kind of working at least. We know that the spiders will meet soon as well, so I guess either this will be like a plot done only by Kurapika, or maybe we will not see it completely. I'm not sure. I kind of expected them to go there. I mean, they wanted to meet there next. But from the information we heard, they will meet not soon enough, because whatever the spiders are planning will happen before. So I guess we're going to Whale Island now, and later on to the city, and meet up as a group. However, this story arc is over. So what's next? Will it be just Whale Island, or will we have a short interlude with Leorio as example, or Kurapika? I kind of hope for that, because I like to see some more of them as well. That's it from me this time. I liked it. It was a good episode. So I will see you in the next one. And until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.